Today I'm sharing my newest Facebook Marketplace finds. You guys are not going to believe it. I'm also taking you along with me to the coolest antique market that my husband and I got to visit this past weekend. And then we stopped at a couple of thrift stores that we've never been to before. So I hope you'll stick with me. We're going to have a lot of fun today. So this antique market was located in Davisburg, Michigan. I've never been to it before. I've been to the Midland, Michigan Antique Festival, but never to the one in Davisburg. And we went for the early bird day. And unfortunately, it was very rainy and wet. It wasn't too cold, thankfully. The temperatures were warmer, but I think that because of the rain, a lot of the vendors just weren't opening up on that particular day. So it was a little bit of a bummer, but nonetheless, we still found some cool stuff, and it was just an awesome experience in and of itself to go into these old historic barns with these stone foundations. Oh my goodness, look at this barn, you guys. It was just so beautiful and just really neat to be able to walk through and look at all of the different booths set up inside of the barn, because I felt like it made the whole atmosphere so much more special being in an old barn. Look at these stone walls. So we just had a lot of fun, and we unfortunately didn't find a ton of stuff, like I said, probably because a lot of the vendors weren't open yet, but it was still fun to walk around. I did grab these two prints right away. I think they're actually original watercolors from France. I bought them for my sister because she's looking for artwork for her home, and I thought that they would be perfect for her. And the gentleman gave them to me for $20 for the pair, which I thought was really awesome. So one of the things I was looking for on this particular trip, of course, I'm always looking for myself and for my own home, I'm not gonna lie, but I was also really trying to keep an eye out for items for our family cabin. It's my aunt's cabin. She built it, and it's a couple hours north of us. And anyways, I've shared about it before on my channel. You can go check it out if you're interested, but I just really have the itch to get it decorated this summer. It's one of those things that it'll probably be a long process. But I was specifically looking for items maybe that I could use up there at the cabin, and I did find some stuff, and I'm going to share it all with you at the end of this video, so stay tuned. I'm super excited to share with you my little collection that I have going on. But overall, this market was so much fun. There were so many great vendors, and I really want to go back next year. Probably not on the early bird day, but rather on the actual days that the market is supposed to be open. So after we finished up at the market, we decided to head up a couple of thrift stores on the way home that I've never been to before. We've driven through this town in the past, and I've always thought, oh, I would really like to stop in at their Salvation Army and at their Goodwill. And so today was the day. We decided to go ahead and do it. And again, I was specifically looking for items for our cabin, and I found some great stuff. I ended up grabbing this lamp, and I think it'll be really cute. I'm going for like a lake house theme up there with a cabin type of vibe. And so I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a little bit. But the Goodwill we stopped in at had some great stuff. I was tempted to grab these pillows, but I ended up getting these instead. They are brand new from Target. I've talked about this. Whenever I thrift at Goodwills, you can find brand new items. And although $8.99 is a bit pricey for pillows, I think this one was $9.99, they are brand new. And if you were to consider how much they cost at the store, they're usually triple or quadruple the price. So I grabbed those. I thought they would be cute for the cabin. And then I saw this awesome basket, and I don't know if I'm going to keep this for myself or take it up to the cabin, but it was just huge, and it was only $6.99. It had just a beautiful coloring to it and patina. I always like to look through the artwork. You guys know I'm always filtering through. You've got to be willing to kind of look through it, because that's where the treasures are. And unfortunately on this trip, I didn't end up finding anything that I absolutely needed, but they did have quite the selection. I'm always looking for pottery, always checking out anything that has like a lake. I don't want to say nautical, but you know, sailboats, oars. I'm always looking at stuff like that. And of course, you guys know my love for old jars. I was tempted to grab that. It was interesting. It was heavy. It was like a clay pot. I don't know, looking back at the footage, I think it could have been cool. Of course, I'm always checking out platters because we enjoy hosting, and so it's always nice to have big white platters for, you know, a big turkey or vegetables or whatever. Does anyone know what this is? I was really curious about this one. Anyways, I am always looking for markings when it comes to dishes. I want to know if they're older, if they're newer, and so that really helps. That's why I'm always flipping them over to kind of look at the bottom, see if they're ironstone. Now, this copper lantern thing, I almost purchased this for the cabin, but I remember my sister saying she had some lanterns she was going to give me, and I'm glad I didn't grab it because hers is a lot cooler than this one. So I left that behind, but this pattern is so pretty, and I never see a complete set. I always see one or two, and I think it's a really pretty pattern. Now, this was another cool lamp. It looks very similar to the one that I have in my living room that I painted and gave a makeover, but it's already that fun green, so I went ahead and grabbed that. I think it was $5.99. And so I got quite the fun haul here at Goodwill. And then on the way home, we went ahead and picked up another Facebook Marketplace find, this really neat little, I think she called it a little buffet table. And how adorable is this? I'll talk about it later on, what my plans are for it. All right, guys, so I don't know about you, but in the wintertime, I feel like I really lean into my creativity when it comes to cooking, being in the kitchen. But as soon as the weather starts to turn here in Michigan and the temperatures start rising, I am all about being outside. We want to soak up the sun. We want to get our hands dirty. I'm in my gardens, coming in with, you know, dirt under my fingernails. We are cleaning out the garden beds. And sometimes as the weather warms up, I don't tend to think as much about, ooh, what are we gonna have for dinner tonight? It's easy to sort of fall into a rut. I'm cooking the same meals over and over again. I just don't tend to have as much creativity as the weather gets nicer, especially if we're on the beach all day. A lot of times I'm just like, okay, what can we throw on the grill real quick? So I am very excited about today's video sponsor, Hungry Root. Hungry Root is the easiest way to eat healthy. So Hungry Root is like a personal assistant when it comes to healthy living. They send fresh, high quality groceries along with simple recipes and supplements that you need. Really simple to use. You just go onto their website. I'll have all of this information in the description below. And you're gonna take a really fun quiz where you answer all these questions about what you like, what you dislike, how many family members you're trying to feed, what your personal health goals are, foods that you're not able to tolerate. So in my case, I made sure to include that I can't have gluten. And so that's built into your personalized cart that Hungry Root provides for you, which I think is so cool. I don't have to worry about labels. I don't have to worry about ingredients. I marked right off the bat, I can't have gluten, and so that I can trust that the items they put in my cart are going to be gluten-free. Hungry Root will also give you recipe recommendations, and they will provide you with some meal ideas and put everything you need for those meals right into your cart. So along with providing groceries, snacks for my kids, they give me ideas for what to cook. And I think that's so cool, especially when we kind of get used to cooking the same things over and over again. So they really do most of the work for you, but you still have that option to be able to tweak and play around with your cart. All right, so here's the deal. The first 100 people who use my special promo code PINE40 will get 40% off their first grocery order with Hungry Root, so you need to act fast. I'm going to go ahead and put the QR code here on the screen so that you can scan it for all the information, or you can check out my link in the description below for my promo code. So we already cooked our very first meal with Hungry Root, and we ended up trying the shrimp Alfredo with tortellini. It was absolutely delicious, and it was such a special treat. And I can trust that their groceries are high quality and fresh and their ingredients are clean. And so it's just an awesome opportunity if you're looking to save time with your grocery shopping, or maybe save some money because you're constantly getting takeout. If you're like me and you're just really interested in trying some new meals and some new recipe ideas. So again, all of this information will be in the description below. Make sure you use my code PINE40 for 40% off, and you've got to be a part of that first 100 people in order to take advantage of this special offer. So I hope you'll check out all the details below. Now, last summer I made a video about our family cabin and I gave you guys a little tour. I talked about this special place and all the potential it has. And so I always like to go on Pinterest whenever I'm searching for inspiration. Like I said, I really want to create this lake house vibe that has more of an eclectic feel to it. I want it to look collected. I want it to have some rustic touches because it is a cabin near the lake in the woods. And one of the people that I just love and adore, and she inspires me so much, I've shared her with you before. She's a designer. Her name is Marin, and she has a site called Wildflower Home. If you're not following her over on Instagram, that's where she shares the most. And oh my goodness, she designed these little cottages out in Cape Cod, and they have really given me a lot of inspiration for the cabin. I don't want to create the same look in our cabin, but there's just certain things that really inspire me, just little touches that she's added that have given me so many ideas. And by the way, Marin is hosting a retreat in Cape Cod this fall. It's a design retreat. She is going to have so many workshops available for you. If you're interested in learning more about design, fabrics, wallpaper, color choices, you guys, what a dream would this trip be. I really want to go myself. I mean, I've always wanted to go visit Cape Cod. And honestly, you guys, Marin is so humble and so kind and such a sweet and dear friend of mine. I just wanted to share this with you guys. If you're interested, I know you would absolutely love it. And so with that style kind of in mind, I want to share with you my newest Facebook Marketplace find. Oh my goodness, you guys, I've got to make room for it here in my living room, which I feel like is lacking now that I've shared all of these beautiful images. Oh man, don't mind the dust under the chair there. Okay, wait till you see this, you guys. I've grabbed a lot of things on Facebook Marketplace, but this chair might be my absolute favorite. You guys, I grabbed this blue and cream buffalo check chair for $40, and bonus, it came with an ottoman. And this chair is so comfy and so cute. Seeing it in my living room, I think I need a buffalo check chair now for my own home. I was tempted to keep it after I looked at this footage. It's pretty cute in here, isn't it? I'm dead serious. I need 2 matching buffalo check chairs. Anyways, it's not in like perfect condition. There's a little tiny tear in the corner. I need to clean the upholstery, but look at this cute chair. It is my inspiration for the cabin, and so I've been collecting all this fun stuff. My sister just dropped off this old fishing pole that Ethan found in the woods behind her house, which is awesome. And then she had some things as well, sort of laying around, some old lanterns, a really cool crate. So I've been like stashing all of these things in my basement. My husband is being so patient with me, but wait till you see this little shop I have set up in the basement. Look at all of these goodies that I've been collecting for the cabin, all thrifted secondhand finds. So keep in mind, I'm going for that like lake house feel, lots of greens, lots of blues, but kind of with that cabin type vibe. So lots of plaids, buffalo checks, lanterns. I've got some old oars that you don't see here. So here's that adorable entryway table. I want to put a cool mirror above it, maybe with some rope or some driftwood. It is perfect. It's blue and green and brown. This is the color scheme that I want to go for up there. And honestly, you guys, I think I'm going to leave it just like this. I'm going to clean it up a little bit. The inside is nice and clean, so there's room for, you know, whatever, flashlight, some keys, whatever you need. And then I think there is a little bit of like loose paint that I'll have to scrape up probably. I may end up sealing it with like a polyacrylic sealer, just so the paint doesn't continue to chip off, especially if it's lead paint. But I think it has so much character. And here's that really cool basket that I grabbed at Goodwill. I've got that down here as well. I think it would look awesome, you know, for, I don't know, people's flip-flops or whatever, right there in the entryway. And here's the little ottoman, by the way, that goes with the chair that I got. This blanket on top was thrifted as well. I love mixing the greens and the blues. And then this is one of my finds at the antique market. I grabbed this adorable wooden duck for $6. Actually, I asked if he would take $5, and he did. So I have that sitting out. I'm already like styling all of this stuff. This cool little table and shelf I also got at the antique market, and the lady gave both of them to me for $25. So a little more than what I would spend at a thrift store. But aren't they so perfect for a lake house and cabin? I just cannot wait to get these up there. This table especially is so cool. I love the character it has, and it definitely has that, you know, cabin type feel. And of course I'm already collecting little hats to hang. I just feel like they make for such great decor, and they're so cheap. I grabbed this duck at the antique market as well. Look at the color on this old duck decoy. It is so beautiful. The greens, the blues. I think the bottom says St. Louis, Missouri. Maybe. It's just such a cool duck, and he gave it to me for $5, which is unheard of for an old antique duck decoy. I've got a few other fun things here, just some more wooden ducks. Clearly, I love ducks. I have them in my own home, and I feel like they scream like lake house, cabin. I know my aunt has a few ducks herself up there at the cabin, so I probably have too many at this point, I'll be honest, but you know, you can never have too many ducks. This one is perfect. I love it. I got this at a thrift store, and it has all the right colors. Even the little teal in the eyes matches the carpeting, which we will probably eventually replace. But this little print was sent to me by a sweet YouTube subscriber, and I love it. It'll go perfect up at the cabin. And then I got this entire set of mirrors. You guys, she gave this whole set to me for $5 at the antique market. They are very heavy, very high quality, and something about them, I don't know, I really loved them. They almost reminded me of a boat for some reason. You know, like, I don't know. I loved the brass. It was a set of 3, so I think I might use them somewhere up at the cabin. I'm not really sure. Now, these came from my own collection. I used to have these in my own home, and I've kind of been hanging on to them, but I thought, you know, those might look pretty up there. They kind of remind me of sea glass. I've got some old lanterns. I've got my old minnow bucket, which is perfect for a lake house. Of course, these pillows that I showed you guys earlier, I've got 2 of those. And I'm also kind of considering a few copper touches up there. So I'm just kind of gathering and shopping my own home, and, you know, asking my sisters what they have. This was my sister's, by the way. Very cool. And I'm glad I didn't get that other one. And then this little table with the skirt. So I bought them separately, and I can totally see the vision with this one. My husband was a little bit more unsure, but I think it would look so cute up there, either in a bedroom or, I don't know, it was like a $2 table. The table was $2, and the little cloth on top was $2. Another really cool stool that I thought would be neat up there. And then here are the lamps. I thrifted this fun plaid shade that has like browns and blues. I don't know, what do you guys think about it paired with this green lamp? I feel like it's really fun. And then the other lamp, I happen to have a shade that matched it pretty well. This one was cheaper. It was $5.99. I think the other one was like $12 at Salvation Army, which I thought was way too high. I've talked about this before on my channel, these thrift store prices, man. This little sailboat my boys made, and so I thought that would be cute to bring up there. And then I just have a few other odds and ends. This jar is something I've hung on to for a while. Wouldn't it be cool filled with like driftwood that the boys find? And then I've just also been collecting curtains as I find them for the cabin, because they're just so much cheaper at thrift stores than they are at, brand new. And of course, some really cute sets of flannel sheets that I thought would be cute up there as well. So anyways, I know this video was a little bit different today, but I'm just really excited about all my fun finds. It was fun, of course, to take you along with me and share my little haul with you guys. So as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.